Hey YouTube, what's up? What's happening? Oh, well, I am sitting at my my pipe station. All my pipe cleaners, my salt treatment bucket, pipe sweetener, Vaseline. No bones, you can't have none. Firefly moonshine. That's what I use to clean my pipes. Kosher salt. But Dremel tool has a volume control. But what I'm going to do this morning, imagine that, ain't got a tamper. Use a drill bit. I cleaned up, I've been digging in some of my pipes, and you know, it's kind of funny. You know, it goes in spurts. I remember when I was buying Falcons, and you couldn't find a Falcon for under 50 bucks. I mean, they were just, everybody was snapping them up. And now you can, they're 18, 16, some, you know, from England, the FH from England, and, you know, because they have different brands, different types, you know, that are worth more than the other. But now they're all over the place. And then for the longest time, custom builts, you can get them, you know, fairly reasonable. They were a little bit more than your average gray bow and stuff like that, but usually now they're 50, 80 bucks for a little chubby pot style, you know. But a while back I got some Tom Howards, got some custom builts, some yellow bowls, and you know, and I still do hunt for a lot of them, but I was pulling some of my stuff out, and I'm gonna, a lot of them I cleaned up, but I didn't get into the fine detail and go the extra mile to do the oxidation on the bids and, you know, stuff like that. So I pulled out two of my pipes. One I just got. This is a yellow ball, okay? I don't know what I did with the paper. This thing is almost 8 inches long. This is a regular, what is this? This is a K Woody, I believe. And it's a K Woody billiard. Okay? Look at the difference in this thing. I mean, this thing is huge. And this is a K Woody. It's the Imperial, I believe. Yellow ball, I say K Woody. This is yellow ball Imperial, and it has a KBB blue. I mean, the 3 shamrocks on it. It's vintage. I mean, but it's huge. I soaked the bit last night. I'm gonna go over it with some Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and get it real nice to black, and then I'm going to use the stem polish and get the bit back. I used Churchwarden stems and all that and got it all cleaned up last night. The whole top was black. I'm gonna go over the bowl a little bit more, and then I'm gonna carnauba wax this, and I'll get back and show you what it looks like there. And this is my prime piece. Very nice piece. You don't see many of them. Original custom built. Okay. Bent. It's about 6 inches. I mean, it's a normal size pipe. I mean, you don't see too many of them. The whole top was black. I got the black, all that off. Wiped it down pretty good. Got the stem was almost green. Got that pretty much. I'm gonna go over it again with some of the other stuff, but I'll get back with you in a little bit, and after I get these buffed up, and I'll show you how it goes, how it is. So, but other than that, inside, can't see inside, but it's really nice. I mean, this pipe hasn't been smoked that much. And then the emblem on it, I don't know if you can see where it says. Let me see. I'll take it outside after, but it says custom built original right there. So I'll get with you in a little bit, YouTube. I'll be right back.
Machining, welding, woodworking. Spring classes start January 20th with financial aid, 4-year transfer options, and veterans programs available. For more information, visit marincte.org. Build a green future at Marine College. If you really want to jingle your bells this holiday season, you've only got a few days left because Acura's full alternative to drive event is almost over. Your last opportunity to go dashing through the streets in a luxurious new Acura at incredible savings.
And then I just keep on this until it's completely dried, and it buffs it all right into all them little nooks and crannies. Pipehead OR uses a torch and melts the carnauba wax, which is good too. But this is another alternative. It works pretty well. Just takes a little bit more time. But a lot of times it works a little better too, because you can get the toothbrush in all them little grooves and all that, which I'll show you when I'm all finished. And basically I just keep on at it. Rotate between whatever I'm doing and just keep on at it both ways, kind of like brushing your teeth. And I just keep at it, and then I'll use the buffer after. But this really works well, I think. So I'll be back at you in a few, YouTube. This is the Mr. Clean eraser, and like I said, I soaked these in the OxyClean last night, and it got a lot off. I mean, the water was like brown. But as you can see, the more you rub, you can see how brown that is coming off. And there's no non-climamature or whatever, there's no markings on the stem. So, but like they said, if you do, just put Vaseline when you soak it, and it'll keep the detergents and stuff away from the emblems. But this, like the yellow bowl, it's in the stem itself. It's an inlay, so it doesn't take it off. A lot of the gray bows and stuff like that, they're the newer ones, they're just like painted on and they will come off. But like the older ones, the Justomatics and the blue and things like that, those are actually in there. Those won't come off if you soak them. But it may lighten them, so it's like one of them things, if you really, really care about it, throw a little Vaseline, a dab of Vaseline on it. And you can see this is really getting brown. It takes a lot of elbow grease to get these stems back from all the oxidation and shatter and everything off. You know, to get them back to black. They go brown and then they go like greenish. But try to stay away from the tenon. You know, I'll turn it like that and stay away from the tenon, because if you take that down any, your bit will be too loose, of course. Early on, I made that mistake. I wanted to get it all clean, and then I ended up getting oil or something on it, and man, I just couldn't get that thing tightened for nothing. But I was barely able to get this one off of the custom built. So I dropped a hair of oil, olive oil, in there. Just a drip, not even like a drop. The amount of like crazy glue drop. And twisted it little by little and it came off. But I couldn't budge it at first, and when I did, it creaked. And it was like, oh man, this thing's gonna break. I'm gonna snap the briar or I'm gonna break the tenon. But I got it off, and then I put beeswax on it and worked it in real slow and twisted it and turned it, and now it's really nice and tight, but you can pull it on and off. So, and like, you know, a lot of mistakes people make is when that briar ends up getting moist, it's going to expand and contract, and if it's too tight or it shrinks and you put the stem in too soon or don't let the briar dry, you're taking a chance on cracking your shank. So always be aware of that. You know, it may not fit, it might fit. If it does fit, you know, if it's real wet, when it shrinks, it's gonna snap that briar. So kind of let it dry for a while so it'll finish doing what it's doing. It's expanding and contracting, and then work the stem in. I've done that. Come back to a nice clean pipe and the shank is cracked. It's a drag. Something to think about. But this one's just about clean. I'll rinse it off, but nice and clean now. Back to its original. Close as you can get to original anyway. I'd put my mouth on it. Anyway, I'll get back with you in a little bit, YouTube. I'm going to do the other stem to the yellow bowl. Got to tighten it up first. Which I'll take them outside when I'm finished, YouTube.